All right. So yeah, Ryan comes out of the bathroom. Fucks some unattractive, drunk, sloshed, obese. I mean, whatever, man. Like, I'm not saying, I'm not trying to like downplay how sad this whole situation is. That's why I see the things that are happening for a reason, and I just see this helping someone else. So, I mean, that's why I'm talking to you. Basically, you got and I'll just say Ryan D from now on. I mean, I'm just don't even worry about Ryan McKenna anymore. Ryan. So it's Tommy and Adam. And I know Adam has a little brother in my graduated my class, and Tommy has a little brother graduated my class. Both play football. Ryan has a little sister in my class. You know what I'm saying? We all party together. You know what I'm saying? We all party together. Like mad hard, mad hard. So, but I mean, I'm like it just happened to be me, or it just had to be me. You know what I'm saying? It just had to be me. But basically, we we split up. Tommy and Adam were living together, must have been living together. They were with some chicks. They wanted to get some chicks or something, along the lines. There were chicks around us, but, it was time to go smoke some weed. So, and this is where it gets to become like a little bit of a travesty, like a little bit of like a little bit of a tragedy, you know, because we get to the neighbor's crib. We get to the neighbor's crib, and so it's Ryan and Brian's neighbor, and it's me, Ryan and Brian, and we basically all are like blazing up. I don't know who was smoking or whatever. Um, Basically, when I was put on trial as a witness, I falsely accused Ryan of smoking weed. I still don't know to this day if that was like conspiracy from someone else, like on my part to assassinate my character, or like to defame my character, defamation of my character, or slandering of my name or whatever. So I don't know if there was like somebody was somebody like had some money in their pocket to do that or something, because we were all in a room. Our purpose was to go to that place and smoke weed. But then the only thing that makes me think otherwise, but I mean, then you got some people who smoke marijuana, not weed, because weed is tobacco. When you talk about weed, you're talking about tobacco. So if you say I got some weed, yeah, I got some weed in the car. I mean, that's better than saying I got some marijuana. Or I mean, you know what I'm saying? Another thing, like, you're not gonna admit anything anyway. So because y'all are just too scared. Y'all are just too scared to like search for some truth. So basically, um, man, where was I at? He didn't smoke weed apparently. You know what I'm saying? We were smoking bongs, and I got really high. But then the only thing that tells me that he wouldn't have smoked, and see, this is why it's just so stupid, man. It's ridiculous. Like, this is the only thing that tells me, like, pretty much otherwise, that he didn't smoke, because he was the way he was acting like a fool. Brian was acting like a fool. Brian, I don't think Brian was saying much, but they had like kind of like a butt buddy thing going on, and we were walking, and I just remember like shit was being talked. You know how like when you're walking on the sidewalk, and somebody would just start saying something to like their friend or something, or like you're walking towards like it's just you like walking to get some food, or walking to like get a pack of cigarettes or a 40 or something, and there's like three people walking towards you, and as soon as like they catch sight of you or something, like they just chin check you to make sure you're not like a clown or something. That's kind of like what like Ryan was doing to other people. that was, that's like the vibration I'm getting now. So heavy material, heavy evidence right here. But false evidence appearing real is fear. So don't have any fear, because this is the truth. So I got a backed up colon right now, man. 2 more days until I get off this vegetarian diet. That's another story though. But we were talking, and I don't know if I was talking. When I got high, I was I'd sobered up so much from the alcohol. I guarantee you there was no alcohol in my system. But then again, I never got my blood taken this night because I just didn't want my blood to get taken. But I mean, it's about to get into the serious part right now. So the part that everybody knows me for, pretty much, or the part that everybody knows I've kept in the dark. So here it goes. We're walking like down this road. We got to go up this road, down this road. Morgantown, West Virginia has roads, hills everywhere. It's ridiculous. So these two dudes I'm with, Ryan and Brian, the roommates, butt buddies or whatever, we go through this parking lot together, and it's like a really dark parking lot, like the size of my backyard. Like, it's kind of, it was kind of like that much. Like, it'd be like from walking, from like one end to the other end of my backyard, kind of like that, because we were walking, that way. But the way I remember it, I was walking. The way I remember it, I don't know why I remember it this way, but I think it's because I felt like I went like this, like if the sun was that way, but that's west, so I think it was east. So I was walking northeast, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's just so. I mean, so that might be like a hallucination or something. That might be made up too, because that is where these boys who did the damage, they were from. God, don't let me forget this. They were from Delaware. They must have been from Delaware. They must have been from Delaware, because that's where these chicks were from. They must have been from Delaware, man. Or was it Pennsylvania? I think it was Pennsylvania. See, like, I never really like stuck with it because it was just too much pain on me. You know what I'm saying? So, if I had done this a lot sooner, but I was just so caught up in wanting to be like fit and physical and, pretentious and public, like being the public eye and everything. I wasn't worried about helping nobody. So, I had strange stuff happen to me after this, after retiring from football and everything too. So, alright. So, like I said, I explained in my backyard, like we're walking through this very, unlit parking lot at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. And basically there's a bunch of shadows, bunch of dudes walking up to us, and the same thing happens. Like, people just gotta check you if you're clowns, you know what I'm saying? But then the people who are doing that are clowns themselves, you know what I'm saying? So, and when I say clowns, I mean these clowns out here that like to dress up, wear masks and stuff, even when it's not Halloween, and just, murder people or kill people or whatever, however you want to put it, like murk people, scare people, tackle people, crap on people, whatever, man. They just, like, I know those people are real. I think they're more in like the Midwest where the meth game is really like strong and hard and stuff. Like, I know like a lot of heroin, addicts are pretty real dudes, but I think these meth heads are on another level, you know what I'm saying? I think these meth heads are on another level. Like, people who shoot heroin, I mean, unless like they're like a fucking drug dealer, like, and like they don't even hit that shit, like they give that shit or just try to, like, have sex with women and stuff like that with it or whatever. I mean, those are the type of heroin addicts that are pretty I would say close to like the clowns that I'm talking about, but I know those clowns are out there, like those people that just like lurk, or like they go into like they look at people's security cameras and they just like stare into the cameras, like the Purge. Like it's exactly like the Purge, you know, like the night of one night, the only night of the year that there is no crime. You know what I'm saying? Like that's their mindset. Like, well, there is no crime. There is no crime tonight, and it's always at night. You know what I'm saying? It's always at night. They always go after people at night, or sometimes during the day too. Sometimes they're day walkers. But yeah, what's going on? We're walking through this, so I just see a bunch of dark shadows coming through the parking lot, and yeah, I mean this is what's happening, man. I'm on the left. Uh, like I said, we're walking northeast. I'm on the left side, and then Ryan's to my right, Brian's to my right, and I'm high. I'm not high. I'm stoned. But like really stoned. Like can't get any words out. That's why I'm saying Ryan probably didn't smoke. And if he did smoke, he only smoked like a very little bit, because like very little amount, because sometimes that alcohol helps you to get off of marijuana. So I don't know if he was using the alcohol to get off smoking weed, not weed, but marijuana. And I don't want to get off topic again, but man, they're promoting that marijuana so hard. They want that marijuana so bad, but nobody wants to talk about hemp. When hemp is what, is real out here. Hemp is what can do like a lot more, for everything than the weed. That's why I'm not tripping off smoking tobacco, and people getting mad at me for smoking tobacco, saying, "Oh, I'm trying to be a health guru, but I smoke cigarettes." Well, who gives a damn if I smoke cigarettes? Like, if you smoke marijuana and you think you're enlightened, or if you're enlightened and you think marijuana is better for you than tobacco or something, just because like it's illegal, and it's only illegal because it's better for you. I mean, a lot of things are illegal. Like killing people is illegal, but I mean, you see a lot of people doing that every single day, especially in the Middle East. Just saying, you see a lot of assaults on the football field, or assaults on the basketball court when people are spitting. Hockey as assaults. All these things. All these things are you know, are real. Like, I used to knock people out. I used to knock people out on the field, man. Like, just knock people, like, unconscious, dazed, and confused, like. So, I mean, I got a lot of, like, probably brain shortage, or, like, brain activity or lack thereof. So, this is what happens, though. I walk through these shadows, and I start hearing, like, I just walk, man. Like, I don't know. If I was in the distance, like, over there, like, if I was in the distance over there, I probably walked, like, this far, and, like, Ryan and them got that far, and all of these groups of people were right here, because, like, these groups of people, these demons, parasites, or whatever, from Pennsylvania or Delaware, wherever the hell they were from, no idea. I don't think they were going to college. I think they were just bums, you know what I'm saying? They started, like yapping. That was what I was saying. Like, even with the marijuana, like, it makes you quieter. That's why, people who smoke cigarettes, it calms down the noise in the background, so it takes away your schizophrenia. And the schizophrenia really just comes from the meat you're eating, because the meat you're eating causes unnatural neural canals in your central inhibiting system, or transmitting system, which transmutates your thoughts and everything, so you become more aggressive. That's why these kids these days can get on a microphone and just rip raps. You know what I'm saying? But I turn around and they start fighting, and then that's when I see Austin Van Treese, the perpetrator who got charged and everything for assaulting Ryan. That's when I see him pushing him back, and then I also saw Jonathan May, to the left of Austin Van Treese. And then when I saw that, basically I saw it happen over there, and then I look over here. It's kind of slow motion, but I get punched in this right ear right here, and then I'm gonna get into the rest of it after this.